I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakapadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Welcome to today's lesson. Today's lesson is on is on Isaiah chapter 3, verse 5. Okay, we're going to do that on verse 5. This is not only talking concerning you women, but this is also just simply concerning the prophecies of what is to come and how everything is going to be so, and everyone is going to be so devastated by the judgment that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to be levying out, okay, during the time of Jacob's troubles, okay? So let's get straight on off into the word. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 5. And the people shall be oppressed. Yes, the people shall be oppressed on every side. You know, it's like you work, okay, but you put your monies into bags that got holes, okay, and all your money is just leaking away. With everything that you do, you know, you got to pay taxes on everything. Everything you spend, even the taxes come out your paycheck before you even get it. You know, taxes. You buy this, buy that, you buy a house, buy a car. It's taxes. That's one thing that's taking your money. And then the cost, the higher cost of food, the higher cost of fuel, the higher cost of utilities, you know, but yet your paycheck just simply has not risen up to meet the demands of the high cost. That's oppression. That's being economically oppressed, you see. Everyone by another. Yep, everyone by another. You know, and this would include how other people try to treat you, and the different things that other people do to you, that you think and thought that you maybe you could trust them, but you'll see that you would not be able to trust them. And everyone by his neighbor, and yes, your neighbors, they will do you wrong. I don't care how long you've been knowing them and all this and that. When it comes down to when there's no food, no electricity, no water, during a time of Jacob's trouble, it's going to be very, very hard situations and hard decisions that many people are going to have to make. Okay, and because when, say for instance, either a solar flare-up that causes a EMP to shut down all the electricity, natural gas for cooking and heating, you know, the water, you see, or a man-made EMP. Say for instance, Russia sends a supersonic missile over America with a nuclear head on it that detonates. That'll cause an EMP. You see. So let's continue. And the child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient, and that's the younger generation, and how they treat us older peoples, having much disrespect for us and not treating us properly, doing different things to us, you know, that makes us want to go off, you know. But there is no might in our hands, you see. And the base against the honorable. And when we say base, we mean the low, you see, those that are low based. That's the wicked, the Edomites, the 2/3, and the heathens. Okay, we got some precepts we're going to go off into concerning that. We got the people, we got child, we got base. Okay, look, all these precepts. We're not going to get off into any of them. Just going to do a few of them. Okay, Isaiah chapter 9, verse 19. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened. Okay, darkened. You see, not only by the darkness of day being turned into night, like Exodus chapter 10, verse 21, when the Lord had Moses hold his hands up over the land of Egypt, and darkness was cast over the land. Darkness that had the presence of, presence of demons inside of the darkness. You see, as well as the darkness of dumbness that's in the people. You see, that too. You see, across the land. And the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. You see, because all things, that's another thing. The darkness is caused by the brightness of explosions, of nuclear bombs blasting and exploding here and there. That's a lot of fire. That thermite that's inside of the nuclear bombs, one that detonates, that it causes a brightness of light that's so bright that it's going to turn the actual daylight into night. You see, because it's going to be so bright, and everyone's going to be trying to cover their eyes, but it's going to seem as if it's shining through their hands, their eyelids. It's just going to, and for some, for many, it's going to cause temporary blindness. You see, no man, no man shall spare. No, see, it went up too far. No man shall spare his brother. You see, and that time shall come when no man shall spare his brother. No man shall have any regards for one another or his brother, because when there's no food, people, they change. You see, and then when some start eating human flesh, there's a certain disease that comes about from eating human flesh that causes a zombie-like type of behavior from people. Okay, so that's going to be going on too, plus the different things that's inside the nucleus concerning the microscopic robotics technologies that's inside some of the different serums that some may have been boosted by. Okay, Isaiah chapter 9, verse 20. And he shall snatch on the right hand, and that means the steadiness of what you have used as a beacon, in which how you handle things, in which how you have used your leverage. Many people's leverage of their right hand they're not going to have any leverage, any strength, any strongholds. And he shall eat on the left hand. You see, and he shall eat on the left hand. And this shall be true, because people are going to get so hungry that some are going to contemplate eating their own flesh. You see, their own flesh. And they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm. You see that? The actual flesh of his own arm, eating it from being hungry. Now that's going to be a crazy thing that people are going to be, to actually do that every bite, excruciating pain, but they're going to be hungry, so they're going to keep eating. That's crazy. That's crazy. Verse 21. Manasseh, Manasseh, and they together shall be against Judah for all, but and this has been the thing that has caused different racial divides, but many of that has been done away with so that we could come together and push this truth, push this word. Okay, that's what's important. For all this, his anger is not turned away. You see? No, the Lord's anger is not turned away. His wrath is going to levy out. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 28, I do believe. The Lord says, makes it clear, though joined hand in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. The seed of the righteous shall be delivered. Okay? And so join not your hands with them. So even if you are in a wheat terror situation, knowing that and understanding that you being the wheat, you already know what's going to happen to the terror. Okay, Matthew chapter 13. Okay, but his hand is stretched out still. You see, the Lord's hand is stretched out to his children. You see, his children. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart. You see? It shall go away. It shall depart because we got to come together. And the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. You see? You see? Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. The time is coming because of the unity, the joining of two sticks. You know, the bow and the arrow. You see, that's Judah and Ephraim, the southern and the northern kingdom. You see, Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 3. Look, I'd like to take this time to remind you to press the like button. Okay, go ahead and press that like button. And if you haven't already, go ahead and press the subscription button. So this helps out for the algorithms of this YouTube channel. And also press the notification bell. So that way you will receive special notification alerts each time that I release a new video for your spiritual edification. As good shepherds of the Lord, our job, as always, is to feed the sheep. We are to provide good grazing pastures for the sheep to graze. The Lord is our shepherd, we shall not want. He maketh us to lie down in green pastures. The green pastures is the nourishment of this word. Okay? And the water. Okay? Now, let's get back up into this. Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 3. And they bend their tongues like their bow